Okay, this is a Manitowoc 8500. It's an 85-ton crawler crane. Right now it's just in the yard here with these other cranes. So it's got its crawlers retracted. It does have the boom on, which we call this a basic boom. It's just 40 foot. You've got your base piece and your tip. Typically see this for in the yard just for, it can be transported this way. Not really recommended because it's pretty long even when its boom is laid down. So this machine, and the way it's sitting right now, is about 95,000 pounds. Of course, when you go to transport this, it won't have these car body weights. The car body weights here that attach to the crawler, in between the crawler frames. I'll show you on the front one here how those attach. Take those off for transport. You can see they hook on these brackets on the frame right there. You just pick them up right here, pick them off of here. And then also these counterweights, these two counterweights that are laying on the ground here, go with this machine. These other counterweights are for the 100-ton. Those are some 100-ton machines there. So the 85-ton has got a 213 horse Hino diesel. Hino or Hino, however you pronounce that. Sits here on the left side. 213 horsepower. This is the hydraulic pump is right here. It's a power divider, and it's got multiple pumps in here. It's the hydraulic tank, holds 100 gallons of hydraulic oil. Back here is where the counterweights mount on these brackets. And I'll show you the drums. I'll climb up top here. This is the fuel tank. It holds 105 gallons of diesel, and then all your valving, all your valves to run all the winches. There's all the hydraulic motors. That's on the rear winch, and the front winch is up there. We'll climb up on top of it here. So this is where your boom pins to the superstructure. It is removable for transport. Removes quite a bit of length and weight. Make it easier to move. And this is your front winch, which is usually your main, and this one right now is reeved up on that block. It's got 6 parts of line on the block right now. And then the next one is your rear winch, which right now is strung out over the auxiliary boom nose, the rooster sheave, and it's on the ball, hooked to the ball. And this little winch in the back is your boom winch, and this runs up on top of your gantry that runs all these lines back and forth through your spreader there. And those pennant lines then hook to your boom tip up there. That's what raises and lowers your boom. This little winch runs pretty fast to be able to spool up all that line to get your winch to go up and down. So this whole gantry section lays down for transport. It's actually hinged right here. You pull this pin out, attach these hydraulic cylinders, they attach right here, and then pull that pin out, and you can lay this whole thing down for transport. Show you inside the cab. Pretty dirty in here right now. The controls are, this is your swing. When you push on the lever, it swings to the left. When you pull on it, it swings to the right. It's kind of opposite from a hydraulic control because your cab is on the opposite side of the machine, and so if you imagine when you push this, you're pushing your ball away, or your hook away from you, and when you pull it, you're pulling it towards you. The swing brake here and your horn. This machine, back there in the back, I should have mentioned that, but behind the rear drum there's space on the deck for another drum, and that's what this lever is for, is control lever for an auxiliary or a third drum. It's not installed on this machine, but it's your computer monitor that monitors all the functions on the crane. These are your drum brakes. This crane's capable of free fall operation. You flip this switch. This is the free fall lock. You flip this switch and then it can go into free fall mode, and you'll use your brakes, your brake pedals on your drums. This is a throttle pedal. There's no swing brake pedal, and no pedal for your drive. These are not track drives. This is your drum speeds. You can adjust your drum speeds, and these are your drum controls right here. This is the front drum, the rear drum, and the boom. And so primarily you use these two controls right here, and sometimes this third control, depending on what you're lifting. Your control lockout, and these are your track controls. You can drive your tracks forward or rear. They're locked right now. And over here is your house lock. Your house lock, and then there's also a switch down there for your throttle. These are your drum locks. You can lock all your drums, pull these up, and it locks your drums. Of course, your ignition switch and your emergency shutdown switch. And then down here, these are your safety switch releases. So you have releases for each of your drums, and also for your boom, to allow your boom to go down. And then these are the switches that control your operating modes in free fall. Some other switches back here. Mode selectors, and here's your gantry control. This is the lever or the switch that runs those hydraulic cylinders in the back that raise and lower the gantry for shipping. These are current production machines. This one I think is about a 2009 or so. Commonly used. And that is a Manitowoc 8500.